when it comes to your firm and what it is you do, I mean, let's talk your overall general way of communicating, because I know communication is important to you. You're great at it. But for those who come to work with you, there's a culture that's been established, and it's important that everyone kind of be on the same page. And you have a specific way of doing this, don't you?
Yeah, we do. We try to do everything in an intentional, systematic way. So again, there's clear communication, there's clarity. People tend to like that. High performers tend to like clarity. We all want to know, how are we going to win, baby? How are we going to win at our job? How are we going to win for the client? We just want to win. So in order to do that, you got to know that, if you're running, a basketball play, everybody's got to know where to go.
Right. It's so crucial that the preparation is put into place. They say practice makes perfect, but I remember going to basketball camp years ago, and the coaches said to us, perfect practice makes perfect. You want to make sure you're preparing yourself in the right way, and that happens through communication, doesn't it?
Yeah, 100%. So when folks come to work at our firm, we go through a very specific checklist. We go through a very specific mentoring program so that all folks get matched with an experienced person at the firm, mixed in with our lectures, our PowerPoints, our reading, and then it's all about job shadowing. It's about having that opportunity to watch somebody who is skilled at what they do so that you can learn from that, and then you're off and running, and you've got total autonomy.
I love that. And if someone comes to work with you, obviously it's going to be endlessly rewarding for them, personally, professionally. It really is. I know this for a fact. But let's talk about the day-to-day life of someone who's coming to work for you.
Oh, the dirty four-letter word. Work.
Come on, let's go.
That's what somebody said. Hey, it's this dirty little word called work, right?
Yeah.
But I would hope to think that a lawyer can expect working day to day in a personal injury practice that's successful, that adheres to best practices, is going to love the autonomy of running their caseload. And they're going to love the fact that they're going to be rewarded for what they do to help our clients. So that's obviously a reward from that feeling of your heart of challenging and growing yourself.
Right.
And then financially rewarded. Our lawyers are top paid. We got great benefits. And we have a system. We have a winning system, like the Patriot way.
So we know about the day-to-day of what it's like working with you, but at the core of all this is a true sense of purpose. It's not just a job where you punch in and punch out. You're a part of something greater, which kind of fuels the need for purpose, right?
We like to talk about, in our industry, at our law firm, nobody should fight Goliath alone. And so in the biblical context, right, you've got David, the shepherd, coming out with a slingshot, taking on this Goliath, this huge soldier that's described as being, superhuman in strength and everything else, right? And so that's really what happens in personal injury when you're talking about representing an everyday person who gets hurt in a car accident or whatever, and you're literally going up against a Fortune 50 corporation. It's exciting for us.
Have there been moments for you, Mike, where someone who's working with you has made it clear to you that they feel that sense of purpose? Have there been moments where someone just lets you know about that? And what's that like for you if it happens?
It's super rewarding to hear our lawyers talk about kind of like this aha moment when they come to work for personal injury. A lot of lawyers out there do not have personal injury law experience. It's kind of a niche, right? And so I think we're really successful at taking folks that have done other types of law, but at the base of their existence, they're looking for that purpose, and they're looking for, how can I make a difference? And so with personal injury law, if you're at the right place, you can make a difference in your clients' lives, you can make a difference fighting against this big corporation, and you can make a difference in our community. And I think that really is something that the lawyers in our firm are proud of.
And why wouldn't they be? It is so crucial to helping to make our world go round, a sense of purpose, a sense of giving back, a sense that you're contributing something to the overall good of society. There have been some situations, I know, that have been, in a good, positive way, very emotional for you in terms of working with clients. Stories which have tugged at your heartstrings, that have appealed to your humanity. Yes, you've been able to help them professionally, but they've meant something deeper to you, haven't they?
One of the things when we talk to young lawyers and even experienced lawyers who are coming into their profession, coming into personal injury new at this, is the fact that you can really make a difference in people's lives. And so for me personally, I love teaching that. I love talking about that. I can talk all day, baby. So, one case that I remember that we talked to some of the lawyers in our firm about is where I represented a fellow who worked for a school for many, many years, and he was on his motorcycle, and an elderly woman in one of the traffic circles in Rhode Island did not yield. And, look, mistakes happen. But what happened in this case, unfortunately, was she was not entirely truthful about it. And so we had to hire an accident reconstructionist, really put some resources into the case, and we ultimately retrieved the black box for the vehicle, which helped prove our case. And in fact, our client felt vindicated in the sense that through our investigation and preparation and the resources we put into the case, on that angle, he was vindicated that he knew he didn't do anything wrong, and that helped prove the case from a fault liability perspective.
From your perspective in terms of working with these clients, when it does become emotional, Mike, is it hard for you to put your emotions over here and do the work? Is there room for both of them? How does that affect you at a human level, on a human level?
So in representing this motorcycle crash victim, I became really friends with him and his wife during the course of the case, and it definitely becomes emotional. I mean, in the phrase personal injury, there's the word personal. And to me, if you want to be great at personal injury, you have to take it personal. You have to have that fire in the belly, that emotion. So in that particular case, one of the things I was most grateful about was when we got to the end of the case and we were able to win the case for him. Not only did we have a lump sum for him to help with the fact he can't work anymore, but we also, through our use of expert witnesses, were able to come up with a comprehensive plan for him as he aged, of treatment he could get, of things he might be retrained with, so that we made a meaningful change and impact on his life and the life of his family.
And that's just a testament not only to your professionalism, but to your humanity as well. Forecasting, okay, this may be good right now, but as this person ages, we want to make sure that he's still set up to thrive in his life.
A lawyer is an advocate. And, a lawyer's job is, look, you're coming to me because you don't know something, and I'm there to help. It's like, for me, I don't know anything about cars. So if I go to my auto mechanic, I got to trust when he tells me I need a widget.
You need a new Johnson rod.
that he's being honest with me, and I got to put my faith in him. And so these folks in our community are really putting their faith in us with their case, their future, in many cases, for the serious injury cases.
Yeah.
We're an advocate for them, and we're there to think about and help them for the things that they can't even realize, because none of us know what we don't know.
And so
right?
much of that's right, and so much of that just reverts back to the key word here, purpose. You respect to these individuals. You know that their lives have purpose. You want them to continue to have purpose, don't you?
We talk about at our law firm this idea that the client's got to come first. And you've got to be looking at the client as if it's your family member, your best friend, and you got to be asking yourself, am I handling this case the way I should be and want to be, as if it was my family member, my best friend, whatever? It's so important for sure.
To open the door, loving some more.